Right. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the experience of Shamatha according to Mapam Rinpoche's teaching. As I said, you can practice Shamatha two ways, with an object or without an object. And Vipaśyanā also can be practiced in two ways, either directly looking at the essence of the mind or through the investigation until you discover the essence. And then simply recognize without any further investigation. So that's generally how you do it. Shamatha, two ways, Vipashyana, two ways. And there are many ways, but those, simple way, two ways. But first, calm your mind through Shamatha practice. And you must watch your meditation carefully at the beginning. If you keep practicing Shamatha like this, step by step, use these methods, then slowly your mind will become even more stable and you will get a wonderful experience of Shamatha. So Mapam Rinpoche said that there are 5 different experiences of Shamatha. At least the first experience is called Yowa, okay, in Tibetan. It means the experience of movement, right? We talked about that. The first experience is Yowa, means the movement of your mind. Experience of movement. When you are focusing your mind and practicing Shamatha, remember what happened is that at the very beginning, Mapam Rinpoche also said that it is like, yesterday we talked about, it is like a wild monkey. The mind is wild, untamed, means like full of thoughts. It is like feather carried away by the wind. Means the mind changes very quickly and very easily. It therefore doesn't stay in one place peacefully. That is first stage. And at this stage, the mind is very unstable with many thoughts arising. So teachers say this is like a waterfall rushing off a cliff. So in your meditation, you might feel like you are developing more thoughts, right? At this stage, Mapam Rinpoche said that is called the experience of movement. So like a waterfall. It is like the waves against the ocean. Your mind is like ocean, but your thoughts and disturbing thoughts, these are like waves. So it's like that. So we must Maharaj said that if you have this kind of experience, you must certainly tame it through meditation rather than lose enthusiasm. Shantideva said that if you practice and study without being lazy, then there is nothing you cannot accomplish. Shantideva says this in The Way of Bodhisattva. So it means nothing is beyond your capacity. No matter how hard it will be, nothing is beyond your capacity. So don't give up. Enthusiasm, very important. So at this stage, you have to remember this quote for Shantideva, okay? Because the first stage is called the experience of instability or movement or wavering or whatever. This is very difficult stage. So when I meditate, that's why I'm giving you this kind of like teachings from my own experience. Like when I meditate, it's really hard. First time I didn't want to meditate. So this quote helps me a lot. If you practice and study without being lazy, then there is nothing you cannot accomplish. So you have to remember this quote. That's why many people give up, right? They feel they can't do it or they don't want to do it. You know, because it's very difficult. Why should I do this? It's not easy. I want to do things easy things, not difficult things. So that's why people give up. Many people give up, so waste their opportunities. So when you practice continually without giving up, still your mind is wild and you have many different thoughts and you are restless and have many sort of mental activities, but it will settle down slightly after, if you just keep going. That is the second stage of meditation, and experience is called topa in Tibetan. Topa, it means experience of attainment.
Of what?
Attainment. Top means attainment. Topa nyam. Nyam means experience. Top means attainment. Got it? All right. Yo, top, kom, tan. It's so easy. That's 5 experiences. So yoga is experience of movement. Topa is experience of attainment.
Oh, that's number 2.
Yeah. You think experience of movement and experience of attainment are same? Little bit different. So with this experience, topa, Maharaj said that you begin to feel that you have accomplished good meditation. And this experience like a mountain, what do you call it? Mountain river? Can I say that? Mountain river? The river is, the first one is like the waterfall, very rough and fast and noisy and lots of waves and like that. This time, still river. This river is still rough, fast with many waves, noise, but it is not as powerful as waterfall rushing off a cliff. Yeah. So it is a little slower than waterfall. So with this experience, you begin to feel that you have developed your meditation. So Rinpoche said that if you keep persevering and continue the practice, then you will feel that inwardly the mind's thoughts are slowed down and you are able to remain with the object of focus. However, if you examine carefully, you will see that you are still continuously involved with many subtle sort of conceptual thoughts. Okay? So this is third experience. It's called Gomba in Tibetan, which means the experience of familiarization. This level of meditation becomes easier and is like a gently like flowing river. So when you look at slow river from a distance, it seems to be calm and still. You cannot tell that it is moving. It is very gentle. But when you get close to it, you can see that it is slowly moving. So Maharaj said that from this point on, if you don't stop persevering, but keeping going, you will have less hardship with your meditation than before. By practicing like that, even the movement of subtle conceptual thoughts will be pacified, and as long as you want to meditate, you will be able to remain as long as you like. But still, this doesn't mean that you have completely achieved your shamatha meditation. But you don't have to fight with your thoughts. Your mind experience naturally peace. Okay? This is the fourth meditation experience. It's called Tanba in Tibetan. Tan means stability. So experience of stability. This is because there is a continuous state of stability without a lot of disturbing thoughts, emotions. So at this stage, you have reached the level of stability in which you have control over your mind. So this experience is like ocean that is very calm and without many waves. It is very stable and deep. And having reached this far, you can achieve the fifth meditation experience. It's called Tarshinba in Tibetan. Tarshinba means perfection. So the experience of perfection. So it is the final stage in which you are not disturbed by any kind of experience, like a mountain, very stable. Your mind is very stable. So this is kind of effortless engagement. In Tibetan, effortless engagement. Effortless. So the mind naturally goes with whatever you focus on and without the need for any effort remains steadily whenever, wherever you want, because conceptual thoughts no longer have the power to control the mind. Which said that this is the accomplishment of what is called the one-pointedness of a mind of the desire realm. So at this time, different experience will arise. When you have become familiar with this state, mind and body, your mind and your body totally trained and subdued. Xinjiang, in Xinjiang in Tibet, it means your body and mind become very workable at this time. There is no problem at all with whatever you want to practice. So there is nothing that this kind of meditative concentration is incapable of, be it meditation with the conceptual focus or meditation with concept, whatever, both the body and mind are effortlessly workable. Body also like that, Mahamrishi said that at this time, your body feels as light as cotton wool, and the mind experiences bliss and peace. So you will be very happy. Also, in this time, we have this three major different experiences that will arise in this fifth stage. Do you know what are they? Bliss, clarity, absence of thought, Deksar Murtok. Deva, bliss, sarva, clarity, Murtokpa, absence of thoughts. So Deva means like Devanyam means experience of bliss. Maharaj said that while meditating, you might experience a great sensation of bliss, because your mind is so happy and peaceful. Your body is relaxed and you feel like I can stay like this for a long time without any moving, So therefore you just feel a very subtle, pleasant kind of sensation. Nyingma, nyingtsur. And it becomes stronger and you experience bliss and comfort. That is what we call the experience of bliss. At the same time, you might also experience a great clarity that arises in your meditation, and it becomes deeper and more clear. That means you feel like you might know what will happen in the future. And you also feel like you can fly, because sometimes your body feels very light, and sometimes you don't feel that there is a body. So this is Kanchen Jingme Panzo told us, this is the clarity, experience of clarity. So this clarity brings great wisdom. And also you feel like there are no relative thoughts at all. And there is like a state of equanimity without distractions. And if you have thoughts, they suddenly dissolve and you can remain sort of continuously in meditation for a very long time. And as your ability to meditate develops, your mind becomes more and more settled. And you become this time, very, very confident in your meditation at this point. So, last time there was a Tibetan guy who is meditating Shamatha a very long time and asked him where you are, which kind of experience you get. He said, maybe first one. The experience of movement. I said, oh, that's everybody have that experience. Experience of movement, right? Okay, then he said, I have nothing then. So you can tell, you can investigate your shamatha meditation, where you are. These 5 experience, yowa, topa, nyamba, kumba. Experience, you have experience of familiarization. Maybe you don't have experience of perfection. I don't know where I am. I don't want to tell you. So, confident. This time you're confident in your wisdom. It's really amazing. So these are, so you have those 5 experience, and then the last experience of perfection. At this point you will have the 3 major experience: bliss, clarity, absence of thoughts. So these are 3 kinds of experience that can arise when you meditate with concentration, shamatha. Vipaśyanā, with vipaśyanā, you have this experience, but a little bit different, I think. So I think it would be great if you will get this experience through your shamatha meditation. But teacher said, that if that happens, if you have this experience, you should not become attached to this experience. People very easily attached to them, right? Many people, this is big obstacle, dangerous, very dangerous. In Tibet, this happened. Sometimes teacher knows what will happen in the future because they have this clarity. And then they tell this and this and this, and then become like very famous. And then more and more concern, this worldly concerns, even the teacher himself. And that's why teachers say you can't attach to this experience. You have to let it go. But you can't let it go. It's like absence of thoughts, clarity and bliss, and these are amazing. You just want it. You just want it. You just want this all the time. Even Buddha said you have to let go of attachment to liberation, right? Enlightenment. Enlightenment is much bigger than these 3 experiences. But these 3 experiences, pretty big. It's for ordinary people, So teachers amazing. They say, you have to let it go. Because normally when you have good experience from your meditation, you develop attachment and arrogance, pride, But I don't think we really have to worry about these things right now. But in the future, maybe if you keep practice, so whatever experience arise, good or bad, let them go. And you guys actually have this, not this experience, but some experience from your meditation. I think you attach to them, that's obstacle, okay? Let them go. Sometimes people say, I have very nice dream last night, this, and then I'm so happy today. That means you attach to the dream. Dream is especially like really nothing. So we are meditating these things. The purpose of meditation, because we want purify attachment, anger, ignorance, right? So attachment is attachment. Whatever you attach to worldly thing, attach to spiritually thing, it's attachment. So it binds you, right? So you have to let it go. But it's hard, but we should try. Teacher said that if you can do this each and every day, your meditation has been successful. And then you will get great confidence in the practice. So another thing is actually when we talk of experience, there are three stages. In Tibetan we say Ko, Nyong, Tok. These are very important. Ko means understanding. Nyong is experiencing. Tok means realizing. Ko, Nyong, Tok. For example, I explain Shamatha meditation and give you these instructions, and you understand it in order to meditate. Okay? That is Ko. Ko. Very important. First, if you practice based on your understanding and put the teachings into your practice, then you are going to the experience. This experience will arise. That is nyong, nyongba, nyam nyong. Nyong means experience. If you still practice continuously without, as I said, like try to let go attachment, and without attachment, your experience, then, by the way, if you attach to your experience, that prevents your realization. So if you let go attachment and without your attachment to your experience, then your realization will arise. That is we call tok, realization. So once you have this realization, you just stay there. Then it's so important, the experience of perfection, familiarization is so important. You just stay there and continue to practice. And if you forget this realization, then you are not connecting with your meditation. If you can stay with it all time, that's what we call liberation. So what is that? That is like beyond dualistic thinking, right? Because you have the realization now. This realization, not just to come and go, you can stay with all the time. So that is your liberation. So now you see clearly, liberation depends on your meditation. So at this point, you have different mind, very different mind. It is a liberation mind, this realization. Understand? These experiences are like, keep in mind, I studied many, many years Buddhist philosophy. could be these experiences are very complicated. So I collect them and teach you very easily to understand this experience. If you read book, probably more complicated than what I told you. Today I told you it's kind of like seems very easy to understand, right? But when you read a book, not like this. So just keep in mind, I just give you very simple, I like simple teachings and practice. And so you should understand because you're going to practice shamatha and definitely you are going to experience these things. So then that time you already know what is this. Otherwise, people always ask, I have this experience, what is this? This obstacle, what should I do with this? So now if you know, understand these things, you already know. So anyway, so maybe you think these things are not so important because you have maybe no idea about this experience. But I think it's good to know. That's why. And right now, what you need to do is watch your mind carefully and be aware and try to deal skillfully with problems as they arise. And as a beginner practitioner, meditate frequently, short period of time. These things right now we need. Otherwise, two obstacles will arise, right? If you try to meditate long time, then what will happen is drowsiness, distractiveness, these two obstacles. Like when you meditate for a while, your mind will sort of sink into an unclear sort of understanding, which is dullness. So it brings you to sleep or tired, you know. So it happens all the time, right? Dullness. And what should you do when it happens? These are very important for meditators. When you meditate for 30 minutes, you really like to close your eyes, and then you can see it's so comfortable. That is the obstacle. When you close your eyes, then it's so comfortable. So that's kind of like dullness is ready to come. And when it happens, the great meditators found some good solutions and antidotes to this obstacle, dullness. We have to abandon the defects of this dullness. So when this happens, teacher said that you have to engage more fully with the breath and take a few deeper breaths. Open up your awareness, and you should not meditate with your eyes closed. And you should take a break right away. Stand up, stretch, whatever, move your body, whatever, drink coffee, whatever. We Tibetans do prostrations at this time. When your mind dull, your body is, then they wake up, then stand up and do prostrations. It's really good. Prostration is another method how to relax your body, because it helps wake up your body. But you can like stand up, stretch. That's good too. It's necessary. And then go back to meditate. There are many antidotes, but these are very good, okay? The other obstacle is when you meditate, your mind restless. This also happens because there are a lot of distractions and your mind becomes wild which is you cannot focus on your meditation. So this is another obstacle. So this also happens a lot when we meditate. So when this happens, teacher said the antidotes are engage fully with the object and close your eyes if you want. And think about something like the four thoughts that change your mind. Okay? Because your mind is restless. So, so think about like that. Think about something like death, suffering, impermanence, all these Buddhist negative things. So you need to change your ordinary thoughts, right? Because right now your mind is all over. It is kind of like restless. So you have to think about something like that, because it makes your mind a little bit calmer and it brings your mind back from disturbance, distractions. So you see, there are a lot of obstacles when you meditate, but I think almost all of them are included in this too: restlessness and dullness. So if you take care of these two obstacles, then you will take care of almost every obstacle. So we don't have to talk all of them, right? So that would be like too complicated. So I would, like all obstacles included this too. And then we have to find the solution. Because these two obstacles happens all the time. Either your mind is so restless or like sleepy, So, so strange, our mind. When you try to meditate, your mind is like, either way, these obstacles, right? You do something different, like worldly things, you're so fresh, drink beer, dancing, celebrate something. You don't feel like you can stay 9 o'clock to midnight, no problem. But you cannot meditate 9 o'clock until midnight. You can't, because it's just strange, right? So it's just another habit. So we have to we need these good methods, good solutions. So we have to take care of these obstacles. So it's important not to sort of expect immediate result. We have to understand, when I meditate, definitely I will have these obstacles, so I will do this and that. So that's good. Otherwise, difficult and no expect. No matter how long you meditate, try to meditate with these methods and for whatever amount of time you meditate, try to maintain your mind single pointedly without being distracted by thoughts or being sleepy, So when you see these obstacles happening, think all of these antidotes, okay, that I just told you. So you are the best teacher for yourself. Never forget that. You can take care of these obstacles. Nobody can. So therefore, you are the best teacher for yourself. These are necessary, right, in our meditation. I think I really gave you a lot of good teachings and and instructions especially that are very important, that are very necessary for your practice from my teachers, my love and kindness, great teachers, and also from my let's at least like 30 years experiences and my understanding of Buddhist teachings. So if this is not helping you, then you should not practice under my teaching. But I hope you can find some good benefit from these teachings, and I hope you're really going to put them into your practice. All right. That's all. Now meditation for a few minutes, please. We are going to meditate Shamatha and Vipashyana together. Together. So what is together means? It means rest the mind and do not focus on any object, but just rest with a completely stable and relaxed mind. Can you do that? Yes. People say that. Remember that there is nothing beyond your capacity. Shantadeva said that. Why are Shamatha and Vipashyana together? Because resting without thought is Shamatha meditation. Okay? Resting without thought, Shamatha meditation. And being not only without thought, but also recognizing the awareness of the mind is Vipassana meditation. That is what we call the union of Shamatha and Vipassana meditation. Kind of, you know. And remember those three methods, okay? Resting, continually resting, repeatedly resting. So continue to meditate on this until we are done, okay? If you don't like this meditation, no problem. You can meditate whatever you want and you like, no problem. So the point is you have to relax your mind. Not only relax, but with recognition, clarity. So then you have Shamatha and Vipassana together. You're going to practice the union of Shamatha. So whatever the method you're going to use, as I said, the purpose is you have to relax your mind with your clarity. Then doesn't matter what kind of method you're going to use it. Okay? Now, again, recite the prayers. With your great compassion and made 500 meditations, you are exalted as the white lotus. Whoever hears your name shall never return to samsara. Most compassionate teacher, homage. Om Mane Mane Mahamanaye Soha. Grant your blessings so that I realize primordial purity. Grant your blessing so that I liberate.
Grant your blessings so that I liberate delusion into its own natural state. Grant your blessings so that I increase my meditative
Stability continuously. Grant your blessing so that I actualize enlightenment in this lifetime. For 10 minutes.